Breaking news at the pump. Gas prices are set to explode in the coming weeks, not months. Now, analysts warn that US drivers could see prices spike into the double digits very soon, potentially up nearly 10 to 13% by early July. So imagine paying 20 to 30 cents more a gallon almost overnight. How much will that hurt your wallet? Ouch. But the big question is, are you ready for the next fill up? So, welcome to the Financial Freedom Network, the channel that exposes the truth behind your money, credit, and future. So, if you care about keeping more of your hard earned cash, boosting your credit score, and staying ahead of the financial curve, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Trust me, every video we release could very well change the way you live. So, buckle up because this one's no exception. So, let's dive straight in. So the recent missile strikes in the Middle East have sent Brent crude oil to 5 months highs, topping $78 to $79 a barrel on June the 13th. Now, every dollar rise in a barrel roughly adds 2 to 3 cents to the pump price. So a jump of this size translates into roughly 20 to 30 cents more per gallon at US stations. So, in other words, the war in the Middle East is not just overseas, it's coming home. Now, according to Gas Buddy and CNN, any escalation drives oil prices up and it fuels inflation. In fact, Gas Buddy predicts that prices could climb over 30 cents by the 4th of July, which is an 8 to 10% rise from today's levels, as oil costs skyrocket due to the conflict. Now, rising fuel costs hit everyone, from commuters to food producers. As oil traders push prices above $75 again, Americans are already feeling the pinch. Gas Buddy's head petroleum analyst, Patrick DeHaan, notes that an average pump price around $3.13 could immediately jump by 10 to 25 cents in the next few days alone. And that's roughly an 8% increase just from the current Middle East flare up. He warns with Israel and Iran trading attacks, oil prices have surged to multi month highs, setting the stage for additional price hikes at gas pumps across the country. Now, higher pump prices ripple through the economy. Trucking and shipping costs rise, pushing up the price of groceries and goods. So every time fuel gets more expensive, everything from food to consumer goods becomes pricier. Since freight rates double, inflation picks up. And don't forget, we're also still in summer driving season, where demand normally ticks up. The only silver lining is that gas was relatively low earlier this year. The average nationwide price had briefly dipped to about $3 in March, but that relief is gone. So AAA reports that today's national average is already $3.19 a gallon. If a 30 to 40 cent jump hits, well, we'll be in the mid $3 very fast. So before we continue with tips on coping, if you're finding this information useful, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the Financial Freedom Network. We break down the real money news so you don't miss a single thing. Anyway, with Brent crude trading around $75 to $78, most forecasters expect another 10 to 13% jump at the pump, and that's roughly 30 to 40 cents more per gallon before things begin to stabilize. So, for context, AAA's $3.19 average would hit $3.60 if it rose 40 cents. That's almost exactly a 13% climb. Now, experts aren't ruling out even worse outcomes. Goldman Sachs warns that a full scale disruption could push oil past $100 a barrel, which might put fuel prices above $4 a gallon. JP Morgan estimates $120 to $130 oil in that extreme scenario. Now, on the flip side, many analysts believe that a worst case shutdown won't happen this summer. They expect oil to stay in the $60 to $80 range, meaning limited sticker shock, probably on the order of a few dozen cents more per gallon. So, in plain terms, you might not see $5 a gallon gas like 3 years ago, but expect to pay a lot more than you're used to. Even a 20-cent increase, that's 6 to 7% at $3.20, is significant. So, in short, we'll see modest price increases for now, but the situation could worsen at any single moment, warns Gas Buddy. Now, a safe bet for budgeting is to prepare for at least a 10% hike and watch the news closely. So, here's the part where we explain how to prepare and save. So, firstly, fill up before the jump. If your tank is near empty, go ahead and fuel up right now. Every day counts. Prices could rise by several cents any day this month. Same goes for groceries and essentials. So, consider stocking up on pantry items while gas is still relatively cheap. Budget your trips, plan errands, and carpool whenever possible. Cutting out just a few unnecessary trips can save you a few dollars each week as prices begin to climb. And also, look into rewards credit cards or apps that offer cash back on gas purchases to offset that pain. Track your expenses. Car maintenance and fuel efficient driving can squeeze a few extra miles out of each gallon. And stay informed and act quickly. This situation is evolving rapidly. Bookmark reputable sources like the US Energy Information Administration and Gas Buddy, and follow financial news closely. Subscribe to channels like ours for quick updates because gas prices are expected to rise and likely soon. Many experts say even before July the 4th. It's simple math. Higher oil costs equals higher prices at the pump. The evidence is clear and the data is backed by analysts. What we do know is this: fill up early, tighten your budget, and keep cash ready. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant with your money, and we'll keep bringing you the truth about your finances. So we'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe for the latest on gas prices, credit hacks, and more ways to keep more cash in your pocket. Have a great day.